finesse game. It's more of, small ball. Which personally I don't really care much for. I like kind of smash mouth, old school basketball because that's what I grew up watching. You know what I mean? And I also think it's much less physical. Much less physical. Some of the flagrant fouls that I see called nowadays is just makes me nauseous. You can't touch a guy without it being a flagrant foul.
Is there a way to ever reverse that, you think?
I don't know. Kids might be a little too sensitive for that nowadays.
You are rocking with the best.
Welcome to Enough with the BS podcast. Before we even start anything, I'm going to tell you right now, this episode is rated R. Parental discretion is highly advised. If you have any kids in the room at this particular time, tell them to leave.
Get them out.
This is not the podcast for them. Not this one. It's about to get heated up in here. We took a week off.
Yeah.
Like we always do, to let stuff build up. And Josh, the only thing that's been happening is us becoming pissed off.
Pretty much, yeah.
At the NBA, at the NFL, which we're going to address every single discussion, every single topic that we are pissed off at. But at the exact same time, of course, it's going to be done Enough with the BS podcast style. We're going to have interviews by Roy Williams and LeBron.
Okay.
So it's always going to be good.
Can't wait to hear those.
When we can evolve them two in the mix. But Jay, how was your week off?
It was pretty good. WrestleMania weekend. It wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. It was okay.
Yeah. I wasn't impressed.
I know you weren't. Yeah, you were about to fall asleep over
Yeah, I was, man. I was struggling big time.
It is like 5 hours long. It is a lot of wrestling, but
I was so tired that day. Yeah. Then I was got stuck on a toll road thanks to my piece of crap GPS system. And took me in a panic.
I understand.
I'm just driving. I'm like, man, there's nobody on this road.
Yeah.
Like, what is going on? I come to Simpsonville all the time.
Yeah.
There's usually somebody on the highway. I don't see nobody.
Glad you had some change, bro.
Bruh.
I would have had to run it.
But see, I talked to tell you about that. I thought about it.
They would just send you a ticket in the mail.
I looked down, and it's like this little metal sheet on the road, and it has little holes.
Yeah.
So my paranoia was like, if I run this ish, some spikes are gonna pop up. I can't afford new tires. We barely get paid for this podcast.
I feel you.
So that's how I was looking at it. But thank you guys for listening. However, wherever you may be listening. As you may know by now, my name is Tyler Butler. This here to the right is my right-hand man, Josh Smith. You are now rocking with the best, which is Enough with the BS podcast. Something new. I just want to start giving people shout-outs.
Okay.
First, welcome North Carolina, South Carolina, California, and Mexico again. Josh, last week, Mexico was our number 2 listener.
I'll take it.
Can you believe that? City out of Mexico was our number 2 listener, more than any other city in the United States.
They're spreading the word out there.
More than Greenville. Yeah, that Greenville.
They're spreading the word, man.
We're growing in Mexico.
I'll take it.
We might have to take a trip to Cancun, one of them cities down there. Yeah, hey, our Mexico listeners, you want to get a live show from Enough with the BS podcast, the email is podcastthebs@gmail.com. You can address it to me, Tyler, or you can address it to Josh.
Either one.
Fly us down, man. We'd love to do a live show in Mexico. It'd be dope.
Definitely.
Tequila on deck. We can fly in Alberto Del Rio.
No, he's got to stay away from
me.
He's a lot of trouble right now.
Rey Mysterio Jr.?
I'll take Ray. Ray can come on in. Yeah, Del Rio has to
Gerardo Narva. Power forward. He used to play for the Dallas Mavericks.
Okay, and Eduardo Nájera. Okay, there you go. Okay.
I used to like. He was tough. He was tough.
He was.
Like that guy.
He was a goon.
I don't know any other Mexican sports heroes.
Yeah, we're just
Yeah,
gonna embarrass
it's not right.
ourselves.
But
Yeah,
hey,
so let's, it's
Mexico,
not-
we love you
do.
guys. Thank you for being number 2. Those are the top states in countries outside of the United States. Germany, we're also a big deal in Germany. Shout out to you guys. Special shout out to Artie, my wife Tanya, Brittany, Renzo, Rodriguez, Chad, Rod, and our number 1 supporter, Justin Ruff.
All right.
Justin holds this podcast down. He's like a third. He's our third wheel.
I appreciate it.
Justin is always pushing the podcast, always telling other podcasters,
Yeah.
"Hey, your show is similar to this show. You need to listen to Enough of the BS podcast." Or he'll hit me up, "Enough of the BS podcast. You guys need to listen to this show."
Yeah.
Always, every week. Love you, Justin. Thank you for helping us spread the word.
Appreciate you, sir.
So those are our weekly motivators, as we like to call them.
Yes.
Brittany is the funny one. Brittany is hilarious.
Yeah, Brandthrax on Instagram. She holds us down.
Yeah.
I hear some stuff from her as well. And
Follow her there.
I
She's
think
funny.
what is that? Sanisha? You know her?
A little.
And she listens to the show. She gives me feedback as well.
That's
so
what's up.
some good people out there. We appreciate all the feedback and
Yeah.
response.
You guys don't know who Artie is, and Roderick. Rod is my uncle.
Okay.
Rod is the reason why this podcast was started. He supplied us with all of the equipment that you're listening to. I had absolutely no money, no 2 pennies to rub. He saw the vision. He gave me the funds. Also, Artie was our biggest donator when we had a
Okay.
GoFundMe page.
Okay.
Not only that, the 2 dope Enough with the Podcast logos you guys see with the microphone and with the 2 men, me and Josh, Artie created those. So shout out to Artie, man. Just wanted to start off like that. But today's podcast, Josh, is pretty much what the hell that went wrong with the NBA.
I don't even watch it anymore.
A lot of people don't.
Yeah.
And I have to go on straight up with Sturge on ESPN Upstate
Yeah.
and defend the NBA.
You're forced to watch it.
Yeah, I have to watch it. And I have to defend
I'm
it.
sorry for you now. Like you're forced to watch that
Thank you,
garbage.
man. I appreciate it. I really do. Guys, we got this episode is brought to you by Pandora. So don't be caught off guard when you hear commercials in the background. Because I'm sure they're going to pop up.
Oh yes.
It's only a matter of time. I don't feel like pausing nothing. It is what it is at this point. We have active accounts, but there's not a lot of instrumentals out there in the world.
Nah, it's not. Yeah. We
So,
ran
you know.
through them all.
Can't get a producer to actually work with us
Nah.
to give us instrumentals, so we got to do what we got to do.
Hey, Pandora's the way.
Pandora's free, $99.
Can't beat that.
Don't argue with them prices whatsoever.
Nope.
But yeah. First thing I wanted to do, Jay,
Okay.
I wanted to go back to the last show we did, which was Blackball. If you
Okay.
guys haven't heard the show, it was pretty much about Colin Kaepernick, comparing him to Tim Tebow. Both of those men blackballed. And we both said, nah, it was pretty much the player Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah. Yeah.
Until last week,
Okay.
when you had general managers come out of nowhere and say, well, it's his diet. The reason why we can't sign him. I'm a little concerned about his diet. The same freaking diet Tom Brady is on.
Very similar vegan, vegetarian, diet. It's just the gym. Just shut up. Just stop it. If you don't want them, then just say, hey, we're not interested. You don't have to keep throwing out these excuse lines. And I mean, for me, his play last year speaks for itself.
It sucked.
That's what I'm saying. It speaks for itself.
Just come out and say it.
Exactly.
Do like what we're gonna do on this episode. 'Cause I mean, I'm gonna tear the biggest hole in the Chicago Bulls you could possibly think of. If you think the dude is garbage, I know you may think that his gesture is garbage. You don't even have to use that.
No.
Pull up the tape.
Like, hey, look
It was
at this.
horrible.
I mean, he wasn't.
It was horrible.
He threw 16 and touchdowns and 4 interceptions.
That's not that bad.
It's not, but
His
a lot
accuracy
of
was
it, yeah.
putrid.
And like you said, he was in the low 50s. And we were talking about what an average quarterback is.
Average quarterback is 60.
Yeah, he was in the low to mid 50s.
59%.
And a lot of that touchdowns were from he's down by 40 points.
Yeah, it's garbage
Defense
time.
are backing up. Yeah, so his play, like you said, speaks for itself. They're making it a story when it really shouldn't be one.
Pretty much. But go ahead, man. Help yourself. Cap is a vegetarian.
Yeah.
No, excuse me. He's a vegan.
Okay, so you don't eat no kind of
Which
meat-based food.
No, exactly. It's pretty much a vegetarian, but they don't use animal products.
Yeah, no eggs.
Such as eggs,
like
dairy products, honey, pretty much anything related to an animal.
Okay.
Now, I just find it funny that nobody's concerned about Tom Brady diet. Because he's 80% vegetarian.
Yeah. Every blue moon, he'll
80%.
he'll have a little meat. They were saying every blue moon, but he's pretty much similar to Tom Brady.
Yeah,
With the diet.
And Josh, I looked into. I'm like, okay, is Cap the only vegan or vegetarian that's an athlete?
Okay.
I looked into it. Ricky Williams, would you say he was a bum?
No.
Yeah,
Running back, right?
vegan.
Okay.
Venus Williams, are you familiar with her?
Very familiar.
Yeah. There it is. Here we go. Free debt forgiveness information by GRT Financial.
There you go.
First ad and the
of the
snuck
day.
his way up in there. NBA legend Robert Parrish.
No, didn't know that.
Yeah.
I know him, but didn't know he was a vegan.
Track and field great Carl Lewis.
Didn't know that as well.
All-time great tight end Tony Gonzalez.
Didn't know that as well.
What about boxing legend Mike Tyson?
My God, he ate some
Supposedly.
ears. Like he's
His diet is a little different.
yeah, he's human ears.
Yeah, that's definitely a little
But
different.
I didn't know that. Like you said, there's
But,
a lot of them.
And also Mr. Universe Bill Pohl. All of those are either vegans or vegetarian.
Okay.
I've never heard anybody come out and, dismiss their type diet and say they're not capable of doing anything because of the type of food they put in their body. So why the hell are they attacking Cap?
I mean, he is a little on the thin and frail side there. He does look a little thin when he's out there on the field, but I mean, I'm sure he can take a hit or two. Like I said, like again, they're making it a bigger issue than what it should be.
All right, well, next subject I wanted to address. Pause the music.
Okay.
The North Carolina Tar Heels are champions of the universe. Say it.
I'm not saying that.
Say it, you Duke lover.
That. No.
I demand an apology on behalf of the man you called the Hamburglar.
No.
That man was dominant. Say it, Joshua. Live on the air.
Not saying it.
On behalf of the Hamburglar, Kennedy Meeks, who had 25 and 14 the other night. Well, it was a couple of nights ago, a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
On behalf of him, I demand you apologize to Kennedy Meeks and call him a champion.
No comment.
So disrespectful, man. Kennedy Meeks, congratulations, you North Carolina championship Tar Heels.
It'll get taken as well.
We did it
Once
again.
Investigation closed. It'll get taken. And we'll have two.
And I'm glad you mentioned that. There's people actually upset that this investigation, I guess, is not playing a factor on North Carolina winning championships. They were just like, oh, it's tainted.
It is.
No, it's not.
You guys have like 28-year-olds out there.
Championship.
You got 7-year seed. What is Kennedy Meeks going to be a doctor? He's coming back for his 9th year now. He's going to UNC Law School.
Getting well, those kids don't actually go to class in North Carolina.
You right about that.
They go to African Studies, which is a class that doesn't exist.
At least you're acknowledging that you guys don't go to
Zion. I don't know how much you like school or not, buddy, but we have these African study classes that don't really exist. You don't have to go. But what you can do is win a national championship with the North Carolina Tar Heels of the universe. That's what I'm going to call them.
Of the universe.
Tar Heels
Universal
of the universe.
Champions. Okay.
Damn right.
The WWE Universal
Universal Champion North Carolina Tar Heels.
Tar Heels.
Zion. Think about it, baby. Look at them. Back to back. national championship
Roy don't
appearances.
play that one and done stuff. He's gonna be like,
That's good,
nah,
man. Get
son.
your education.
Nah, son.